Before I proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you, so if you could just scroll down and take a look at the description, you will see how I provided chapters. Take, for example, you only care about all the collection continuations, or maybe only care about all the clothing and armor skins. If you truly wish to skip ahead, just look at the description, it's provided to you there. And with that, good day, Ruskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Right then, so today we have 106 skins right here, a little bit less compared to previous weeks, but it's still quite a lot. Hedge can try his best to be as fast as possible, but you know how it is. I do apologise. I should also point out TGG has returned. He wasn't here last week, but he has made a collection link here. There is a video there, so consider giving that a good look. It's nice to see him back. And, well, if you want to get the link to this collection of the Rust Workshop Skin Checks May 13, 25 batch, look at the description. At the very top, you'll see it there. You can click that link and go through these skins in your own time, or if you want to listen to the docent tones of Mr. Hedge as he yaps away about all these skins, well, sit back and relax, let's get started. Let's start talking about deployables. And over to here, we have a very nice skin to start off with today. This is the representative of the many other skins we're about to take a look at. In short, with every skin I see today, I will kind of nudge to you and say, you know, if you happen to like a skin, why not consider voting yes or no, you know? Right? If you really would like to see a skin, or, you know, if you would really like to see it like being approved and whatnot, showing your support is nice. It, you know, keeps those skin creators nice and happy and whatnot. But I will sit here and say, voting yes or no doesn't really seem to have that much of an impact in regards to seeing if the skin gets accepted, if you know what I mean. But it does kind of give a good indicator that the skin creator's doing a good job and, you know, keeps their head up, keeps them happy. But again, if you truly wish to offer some nice, kind words to a skin creator, go to the comment section. Say, hey, that's a cool skin. Look, oh, wow, he's so happy. Cool, isn't it? But yeah, it keeps them nice and motivated to keep wanting to put out nice creative designs in the future. However, if you don't happen to like a skin, but you know exactly why, it might be just one very small minor thing, consider offering some constructive feedback. Be nice, concise, and straight to the point. Try and help them out, and you never know, maybe the skin doesn't get accepted. But they could look at your feedback, incorporate it into a brand new version, and maybe that, in the future, potentially gets accepted. So, it's up to you. So, if we could just properly talk about this now, the Aztec Spirit Locker, it glows in the dark ever so nicely, yes. Mr. Rubstar has produced a very cool looking skin, and I do believe I have a short video for this out fairly soon, so go ahead and look at my YouTube. And, well, that is a very nice, interesting looking design. It's like as if it's in the same, design of the jungle building skin. I'm sure you'll see that for yourself. But yeah, no, very cool, very interesting. So best of luck to you, Mr. Rubstar. And if you happen to approve of the design, if you think it looks very cool, please consider voting yes or no. Right, so best of luck to you, good sir. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. But you do have competition, yes, immediately. We have a collection continuation. So, of course, we're going to use SCMM to APP to help us visualise whether it's a good idea or not to consider investing into this collection. So over to here, we have Whittled Bloom Locker produced by Mr. Yeah. Previously, we have seen two skins being accepted. We have the Whittled Bloom Large Box and the Wooden Door. So this potentially could be the third one in this proposed deployable collection. A very interesting looking design right there. Yes, 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 all carved out in wood. And now let's hop over to here and type in Whittled Bloom. So, what do we see? Whittled Bloom, where's those two skins? There we are. And how's it currently looking? Oh dear. Well, okay. Oh dear. We do have quite a lot of large box skins in the game, and wooden doors just aren't that appreciated. It's unfortunate, but how often are you even using them? Makes sense. Large boxes, use them a lot. We also have a lot of options in regards to skins. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but more skins being accepted could help him out. Wooden door very likely will just probably stay down in price, I'm sorry to say, but this is the behaviour we typically see. That large box could greatly appreciate a brand new skin being accepted. So how's it currently looking on the Steam market? There's only 42 listed, currently sitting here at $1.11, and the price you sold for was $1.99, so about halfway. It's very thin here. I mean, yeah, if we do see a collection properly get built out and whatnot, I think some positive things could happen to this. So if you're feeling somewhat confident, feel free to jump onto that. So, just to give this a nice good look, it doesn't appear that this glows in the dark, there's no mention of it. Yep. So, okay, if you're in a nice sort of grounded approach for a locker skin, we'll see if this potentially gets accepted. Best of luck to you, Mr. Yeah. Alright then, so let's quickly close that, and now let's move on to rugs. So, what do we see over here? A bamboo cage rug produced by Corey. Give that a good look. It's like Like, you can put that in your walls, you can put that on your floor, you can treat it like any old rug. But it does kind of look like a rug. It also kind of looks like something that could be used for some decoration. And I guess you could probably slot that into a window, but it doesn't show that off. Oh, there you go. It goes slightly over a window. Okay, okay. Well, regardless, at the end of the day, it's an interesting looking design with some transparency. And if you like it, if you approve of it, you know exactly what to do. Best of luck to you, Mr. Corey. But you do have competition, and my word, look at that. What happened to this crocodile? I defeated it. So Mishka, Svonspa, recently they were making quite a lot of rug skins. They, of course, got their jungle ivy rug being accepted. Then they made the tiger skin rug the previous week, and now we've got a jungle crocodile rug. What's going to happen next? The snake? Oh, no. Mr. Snake? Oh, no. But, yeah, all right, so that's looking pretty... You know what? Outbreak scientist. Just get him all, like, laid flat like this, yeah. That actually would be pretty funny, Mishka and Mr. Svonspa. That would actually be pretty funny. So, cool, that might be a little bit rough on your toes. Ooh, standing on that. But yeah, looks like they're making some sort of jungle-themed rug collection. Do you approve of this interesting design? Feel free to go ahead and show your support. Best of luck to you two. Right then, so now we have some furnaces. A lot of interesting jungle-themed furnaces. I did put out a short video today, but this is a newer one, Altar Furnace, produced by Mr. Moldion Hat Boris and Mr. Damdin. An interesting design, as you can see there. Very nice. Over to here, we have the Idle Furnace, produced by Odyssey. Looking pretty cool. Nice looking. Wait, is this a collection continuation? No. Okay. Sorry. I had to just kind of double check and make sure. But yeah, alright. Looking very aged. Nice, got the reeds all over it and whatnot. Pretty cool. Now, Frog Totem Furnace, he's looking so glum, he's looking so sad. I showcased this in my short video, so go ahead and give that a good look. At night time, it doesn't light up that much. Regardless, cool looking design, best of luck to you RR3. And over to here, Ancient Egg Furnace. This like lights up very brightly, the whole egg. But what on earth laid that? I don't want to know. I don't want to stick around. It might come back. Right, so very interesting design there, you two. And then over to here, Anaconda Totem Furnace. This is a pretty cool looking design. You got like this idle design here for the furnace. You got like a gigantic anaconda all wrapped around it, which you can kind of see here. Looks nice, looks cool. It lights up quite nicely at night time. Not super bright, but the eyes of this light up, and the anaconda does as well. I'd show it to you if I could, but it doesn't have the picture showing that, so, alright, cool. Interesting looking furnace designs indeed. Now let's take a look at this sleeping bag. This is a version 2. I'm going to make the same joke again. Do you hate your friends? You probably do, yeah. So if they ever ask, hey, can you bag me in? Well, we have the perfect bag for them, alright? If this were to be accepted, you can go bag them in some trash. How lovely. It's perfectly befitting. So yes, if I could recall, this doesn't glow in the dark. It's just basically a bag of trash. Nicely, you know, shiny and whatnot, but quite smelly as well. So produced by PYH and Baruric. Let's see if that potentially gets accepted. Feel free to show your support. Okay, now we have some small boxes to take a look at. Off we go. So over to here we have Jungle Moss Small Box and the glow-in-the-dark version produced by Delarai. As you can see, lights up quite nicely. Very cozy. You know what? In the jungle, you could hide that in some bushes easily, couldn't you? I don't think that'd be too hard to accomplish. I did talk about this in regards to another box, which we'll take a look at in a bit, but yeah, that is looking pretty cool. You don't want the glow-in-the-dark version, do you? That wouldn't work so nicely, would it, during the, you know, night time? People spot that in the bushes. Did I? It's perfectly fine for what it is, and thank you for producing 2 separate versions. But you do have competition, and my goodness, it's bees. So yes, Mr. Omnipresent has decided to make a small bee box. It has transparency, doesn't glow in the dark. So it's not like the doors completely, but still fairly close. So recently there's been some changes in which you can see the interiors now of like large boxes, small boxes. I think it's just the large box that got that. Either way, you can see in the side of it. There's not that much to see, but it is matching up the themes of what we saw at the door. So let's go over to here and take a look at B door, because it's just the B sheet in the door at the moment. Other skins have been attempted, but okay, I can't seem to find it. I'll just go this way. Come on now. As of now, it's the only sheet metal door that came out this year that's currently in the positive. Give it time, that will most likely go down in price. But this one is holding on, and it's been out for over a month now, so that's reliable to look at and question. So, okay, you're a sheet metal door that closes an arc, and you have transparency. Not surprised to see it's retaining value. But if we start seeing, like, more skins being produced and accepted, well, don't you think that might potentially go up even higher? And yeah, it's very thin. It's not too far off from going at $5. Ooh. That very likely will still happen over the course of this summer. I am estimating that we're going to see quite an increase of people playing around in June time. If I could actually hop back over to here. Here we are. Yep. So the difference in the player count so far for this month compared to April, not hugely significant, but based on what we've seen in the past, we have seen quite a surge of people jumping in around the summertime, more specifically June. I am under the impression that's mostly due to the fact that in North America, that's typically when kids, have their summer vacation. That's when it starts. So that's when they start playing Rust a lot. So that very likely might be going up in price regardless. That might be something to keep an eye on, just saying. But small box to be accepted, I'm sure that'll give it a nice boost. But let me also point this out. Omnipresent has made some other bee-related skins, quite a lot. They haven't been accepted. Now, of course, we did have the jungle content coming out, so a lot of jungle-themed skins have been produced and accepted somewhat recently. What about complete the sets, Hedge? Oh, no. He's gone and said it, hasn't he? Well, there's only one skin, so it wouldn't be completing a set. It'll be continuing or starting a set. That would be cool, though, if all those interesting skins that were just a one-off and had, other skins produced like this but never accepted. That would be pretty cool. That'd be an interesting concept for a Rust store. But anyway, looking at what we see here, just trying to get the point across. He has tried to get some more produced and accepted, but they haven't been accepted as of yet. So we'll see how it goes. It's a perfectly fine looking design. Cool. So I guess we'll move on. All right then. So let's go ahead and start talking about the large boxes, of which there is a lot of them. And in terms of collection continuations, guess what? There's a lot of them too. Oh, we're going to be here for a while. Oh, yes, indeed. First of all, we have this wicker basket large box produced by Mr. G-Bug. If they're good look, very interesting. Perfectly wicker design. Oh, it's got a bit of transparency. How cute. Very nice stuff there, Mr. Jeeba. Over to here, we have a competition. Mr. Verona has made the laser large box. It's got lasers in it. Stick your hand in there. Well, that's looking pretty secure, I guess you could say. But more importantly, glows on all sides. Looks like a lot of people would appreciate something like that, I'm sure. So cool. Best of luck to you, sir. But again, still more competition. Looks like these two are trying to make a storage collection with a guns box. Well, some people just like to make guns box and then make other things. But yeah, if this is an attempt for a storage collection, guys, I'll be brutally honest with you, I just wouldn't bother. So many people have tried. Over the past 3 years, and none of them have been accepted. Mr. Vase just made a very cool, very unique style for a storage collection. No. And yes, it would print money. A storage collection would print money. Facepunch doesn't want it. All right, so if that's just an independent skin, you're fine, you're cool. But I would just be brutally honest with you, Facepunch doesn't want it. All right, so best of luck to you two. Over to here, we have the Aztec Cursed Loot. There it is. Now, this comes in 3 different versions. We've got green glow, we've got orange glow, yellow glow, and then we've got blue. So I'm not sure which one you prefer, but, feel free to go ahead and comment below. Which of these would you like to see potentially being accepted? Best of luck to you, Mr. Vlek. Oh. And here we go. We've got a lot of large box skins to go through. So first up, Beauty Industry has returned with a large box. Now this version has like some orange coloration on the hearts here, on the front. As you can see, we did get that on the locker, if I can recall. Was it the one with the orange or not? I don't fully remember, but we basically have the neon blue and the neon pink. So, that's a whole theme that's going to be sticking around. Very nice, very cool. But then, over to here, we have the version that doesn't have the orange applied to it. I think this is what we got. Again, I don't fully remember. Regardless, we've had 2 skins accepted already. The sheet metal double door and the locker. The locker was somewhat recent. And that sold quite a lot. Sorry. It's not... Oh, no, I looked at that first. I thought, oh, but no, it's that. It's down by 1/4 of its price. Bit unfortunate. But again, if we were to see potentially another deployable skin being accepted, I'm pretty sure that I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, there's only 36 listings. It's very thin. Like, that's 10 sales and it's back up to its restore price. That actually looks pretty promising there. So, what are your thoughts? Well, it's up to you now. That sheet metal has just been super good, like, ever since it came out. Well, the locker also gave it a nice boost as well. So, if I could just quickly look at the sales history, and you'll see it's just gone up, went down a bit, and poked up a bit there, and it's been trending upwards. People like this. People do appreciate this design. The kitties, everybody loves the cat girls. So, go back over to here. Which version would you prefer? The hearts being orange, or the hearts just staying blue and pink? I don't think it makes that much of a difference. And the main thing is, the locker would look pretty appealing in terms of an investment. In terms of an investment, sorry, I've lost my tongue. But this does have competition, alright? So, feel free to comment below if you happen to like it. But what do we have right here? Cryo Large Box. Somewhat recently, we saw a fridge being produced, and that was accepted, and that was appreciated. So let's just go back to the past. Was it March 28 or was it like March 20? I'm about to find out. There we go, March 28. That was a very cool looking design. Even though we saw like a whole bunch of fridges being accepted in such a short amount of time, that is one of the fridges that's actually worked out very nicely this year. And if I could go take a look at it on the Steam market, you will see for yourself that currently is sitting there with only 15 quantity at $4 at the moment. I can't help but assume people are going to be appreciating that as time goes on. Glows in the dark very nicely. The whole design, the aesthetic, people do seem to be appreciating it ever so. So back over to here. This is matching up very nicely with it. This is looking very sweet. I can't help but assume people would greatly appreciate something like this. Now, of course, last week we also happened to see the sheet metal door. Well, in the background in this, you could see that there was actually a sheet metal double door in the background here as well. Can you see it? There you are. So I'm expecting and anticipating that as well. We could see a very, very interesting glow-in-the-dark, transparent, deployable set being made over the course of this summer. Are you looking forward to the idea of that? Feel free to comment below. But in regards to that fridge, it's already kind of pricey, and I could see that just going up in price regardless. At some point, it probably will stop, though, of course. Like, it can't go all the way up to like $50, could it? I don't think so, but yeah, it's doing good. Very solid. I just don't see it going up too ridiculously compared to where it is now. So we'll see how it turns out. Right, so best of luck to Mr. Fuff. And over to here we have the Ape Lord Large Box, continuation of the recent garage door. A perfectly fine glow-in-the-dark design. But that garage door, how's that currently looking? Because, what's wrong, Hedge? Garage doors this year, they're not, well, you're about to see. So as I turn my eyes over to here, and no. Garage door was a continuation, Hedge. It's a sheet metal door we're looking for. Okay, whoopsie. Well, still, same thing basically applies. We have tons of sheet metal doors, and oh look, it's down by 65%. My goodness. Well, yeah, there you go. Sheet metal doors in 2025 just went down and has basically stayed there. So I will bring this up to you. In the past, I've seen some interesting deployable collections getting started, then getting quite a lot of skins accepted. I've seen quite a lot of them get like a sheet metal door fairly early on, and then they still just stay down in price. Like, yeah, they might perk up a bit when new skins are accepted, but they still kind of suffer. But regardless, if you like this Ape Lord design and you'd like to see it continue, if you'd like to see a full collection being produced, then go ahead, show your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sad Happy. But in terms of, am I going to jump onto that right now? Well, I think I might take a bit of a step back and just say no. Sorry to say, but I just don't trust sheet metal doors as investments anymore. And this guy right here, which probably is me, you might want to consider removing a border. Alright then, so we'll leave it at that. And what do we have right here? Jungle Tomb Large Box. So we, of course, just had the sleeper bag being accepted. You can see it over here. That's currently over 22,000 subscribers. But considering that that's like great to have in the jungle, if you want to just kind of hide a sleeper bag amongst all the foliage. You could also hide it in the grassy green areas of the fields, the forests and whatnot. Like, okay, that's cool. But now we have a large box here in front of us. And I know a lot of people do happen to like the idea of potentially wanting to hide their boxes in foliage. I literally just spoke about this a little bit earlier. I would think a small box would be more appropriate. And I think, you know, Jungle Tomb small box would be a great addition. Mr. Special, no can hear me. But in regards to large boxes, I don't think you're going to be able to hide them in the foliage. Again, you could prove me wrong. Feel free to comment below. But I would have thought maybe this would be something that would be much more preferred to be a glow-in-the-dark skin in terms of this is quite literally used for your base, storing everything. What would you consider? Would you like to see it glow in the dark? Would you like it to stay how it is? Because that does not glow. That does not reflect that much like the sleeping bag. Of course, it is a collection continuation, but with the amount it's currently selling at the moment, I'm getting a little bit cautious, a little bit worried. Remember, there's other green sleeping bags, and they are like basically around the same price. But if that's selling that amount, there's going to be a lot more of those compared to the other sleeping bags. That might suffer. It is abnormal though. It's in this rush store currently right now. So tomorrow with the abnormal barders, we'll look at it. We'll make considerations and we'll race to put some barders down. So look at the description right now. You'll see the links to all my socials, more specifically my Twitch. And around 9 PM London time tomorrow on Wednesday night, we'll look at all the skins here and consider how we approach them. What prices will we offer? And yeah, basically that. All right then. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, a continuation potentially. Feel free to go ahead and show your support. And there's room for more interesting Jungle Tomb skins. What would you like to see next? Feel free to comment below. Right then, sheep doors. Oh, it never ends. Right, so over here we have Smile Door. It doesn't glow, it smiles. That's all I can really say. So Mr. Mike, best of luck to you. Let's see how that turns out. Over here, Neon Jungle Tiger Sheep Door, produced by Adoinski. He glows, he looks fearsome, he looks like you're not scared of him, right? You're not scared of opening the door and then there's a tiger right there and he's going to jump at you, right? Best of luck to you, Mr. Adoinski. Over here, Forgotten Lab Door. This is interesting. Oh, is that meant to be transparent? Doesn't look like it's transparent. No mentions of transparency. And it's made by Fresh. He's made loads of skins, so he would have added like transparency there. It does glow, though. It does glow. So, not like super in your face. And I guess it's like a facility in the jungle that's been abandoned. And yeah, that's actually a cool concept. That actually looks pretty sweet. I think people would actually approve of that design. So best of luck to Mr. Fresh. Let's see if that works out quite nicely. Collection continuation. So last week I didn't actually mention the Gunhouse garage door that's submitted. I did mention it in my Abnormals video afterwards. But yeah, if you cannot remember, we did have a Gunhouse sheep door being accepted quite some time back, which you'll see just over down to here. Ta-da! That sold reasonably. Right now that's actually doing a very good job of retaining its value, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. But more specifically, we're here to point out that a single sheep door has been produced. It glows ever so nicely, bright and colourful. Will people be appreciating it? So let's just go back over to here. I also just want to quickly point out that there are two versions to this. One is a V2, one isn't. What is going on here? What's the difference? I think this one's just a bit more brighter. I think the inside portions of these, you see the images of all the guns. I think all of it glows, but in this one, only the parts, like the seams around it glows. Yeah, that appears to be the case. Screw it if I'm wrong. Feel free to comment below in the comments. Right, anyway, let's go take a look at that sheet metal door. Sheet metal door. It's the most recent one. Because so far this year, and a lot of people have brought this up to me, where's all the sheet metal doors? Last year it was ridiculous with the amount that we got. So I'm not really upset that we don't have that many. But we still have got like 4 so far this year. And as I said, Gunhouse sheet metal doors are actually doing a very good job retaining its value. Sitting here at just under $4 with only 40 quantity on the Steam market. If we were to see another skin being accepted, oh, I'm sure the sheet metal door would appreciate it ever so nicely. So yeah, as we cruise through the summer, that's very likely to trend upwards. I'm sure people will appreciate. Not that far off from $6. That's looking actually pretty impressive. So, all right, cool. I would approve. I would. So yeah, for whichever version you prefer, feel free to show support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Skurat. And then over to here. We have the lamb door. Where's the lamb door? There it is. So, Mr. Elfried. So sorry. But yes, a lamb door has been produced. This is a continuation to the small box we saw being accepted somewhat recently. Here we are. Elfriatar, if you have a Twitter, you're going to make that joke right now. All right, you have to. I insist upon it. But yes, let's go ahead and quickly roll back to seeing when that small box was accepted. Was it the 24th? I believe it was. Scroll down. There we are. It's slightly down in price. It's not dramatically down in price, which is actually pretty good compared to what we normally see. Oh no, there are another listings appeared. Oh dear. But it sold next to nothing. That did 8,000 subscribers. There are only 16 listings at the moment, as you can see there. If we were to see another door, another deplorable being accepted, yeah, I would assume that Lamb Box would be appreciating it ever so nicely. But as time goes on, I just can't help but assume it's going to go up in price, simply due to the fact that we just don't have that many skins. We saw the Rock last week, now we got this. What's next? Sheet metal double door? Garage door? Keep up the good work, Mr. Elfriator. But in regards to whether we see any of them being accepted, we'll see. But yes, the Lamb Box would appreciate at least something. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens next. It's up to you if you want to jump in and buy into those small boxes. There's only so many to go around. Now we have garage doors. Quite a few. Let's go ahead and quickly grab all of them. Quite a few, you said. Yeah, I know. Then there's the sheet metal double doors, and there's quite a few of those as well. Right then. So how long will you be here, Hedge? I'm trying to be fast. I am. I'm not joking. Right, come on. No exit garage door. Produced by Legacy. This is a somewhat sinister looking design. Doesn't appear to glow, but you know. Oh, it looks like it faint glows. It looks like it faintly glows. If we had like a pitch black dark picture, it would be helpful. That's not super easy to figure out. It doesn't say it does not glow. It doesn't say it does glow. So this is a bit awkward, but hey, we'll see how it turns out. If you like the design, feel free to go ahead and show support. Over to here, this is a V2 and Mr. Falcon, Mr. Costier 1. I gotta be honest with you, it was really out there with the design, which again I would like, give props to. But, with this being a V2, if this isn't accepted, I think Face Punch just doesn't want it. Sorry to say. Like the whole idea there being tangled and stuck there and dying there and whatnot. Very cool. But I don't know, maybe it's just too colourful or something. I don't know. Looks fun. Looks cool. Glows in the dark very nicely, as you can spot there. Yeah. But maybe it's too bright. I don't know. I'm trying my best to offer an opinion. Maybe it gets accepted this rust door, we'll see. So best of luck to you two. Best garage door. Well, that's a bit debatable. You can't just declare it. He's trying to make it so when people type on Google, what's the best garage door, this appears. How very clever and somewhat sinister. But anyway, that right there, it looks like it's actually the outside of like a shop. That's pretty cool. So it's like a realistic design. All right. Fair enough. Well then. Do you happen to like the urban style of this garage door? Feel free to go ahead and show support to Mr. Bed and Mr. Ronan. And yeah, all right, best of luck to you two. Over to here, oh, yeah. So it's another attempt at a garage door that's supposed to like slot in quite nicely with the brand new jungle building skin. However, small twist, as you will notice, it does perfectly match up to the design, but they've added colour to the garage door and some torches. So no, it does not. It's not like a one-for-one straight copy, but they've adapted it, tweaked it, and it does stand out quite nicely there. Do you like this approach? Do you prefer it? Feel free to comment below. And best of luck to Algorithm and Mr. Lakamu. Over to here, more competition. Mr. Stabby. What do we see? That is a somewhat creepy looking design. Yes. So that's spooky. Oh, just wake up. Turn my eyes over to the door. That's staring at me. Lovely. Great start to the day. Definitely not going to jump. But yeah, that is the Forbidden Mayan Temple garage door. A very interesting approach. Cool look design. Glows in the dark ever so nicely. Do you approve? Feel free to comment below. Best of luck to you, Mr. Stabby. But there is quite a lot of competition that we need to go ahead and showcase. Because over to here... Oh, no, that was it. That was the last garage door. Well, I guess... You're good then. Right, anyway, so armored door. Over to here, we have this old computer armored door. Oh... Stealth builds, that's it. That's the whole thing people like to do. Like those very old sorts of like white box computers we used to have. Well, some people are quite young, they don't know. But yeah, people like to stick like a 4090 inside of it and whatnot and make it like a really powerful PC. But the outer shell's like the old dingy looking designs. Kind of reminds me of that, the concept of what I'm looking at here. So that's a pretty cool approach. Mr. Holodno, Mr. K. Vladimir, let's see if that works out. Best of luck to the both of you. Yes, could we have this as an armoured door? And just to point out, I don't think we've had an armoured door this year, so we'll see. Now over here, we have another armoured door, and this one's a collection continuation. This right here is the Protector armoured door. Give that a good look. Does it have the transparency? No, but I do believe this one does, yes. So, Protector armoured door, you do have that strange bit of transparency that all the other Protector skins have. but the transparency was never like, and I'm being brutally honest, never really like helpful. But one thing I've noticed is they've kind of put this out like to the side, so no matter what, even if it's brought down, you can still see through that. So that's cool. Like that specific bit there. I've never seen anyone do anything like that before. We'll see if, people approve. Well, no, we'll see if FaceBunch approves and accepts it. But let's just quickly bring up the Protector collection. So what does this consist of? A sheet metal double door, a garage door, and a single sheet metal door. And how's it currently holding up? Well, oh dear. So, yeah, that is now sitting here at $9. People appreciate it. That is less than half its price. People don't seem to appreciate it. And that is it's getting down to about half its price. That's a garage door that came out this year. I've got to be honest with you. When we saw the garage door being accepted, this was sitting on the Steam market just over $1, and it went up to like $2 at one point. Now it's gone back down again. I could see both of these potentially going up in price. We see another door, being accepted and whatnot. I will bring this up though. We have seen other skins being produced for this. If I could just quickly go back a bit, didn't we have like a furnace? I do believe we did. Just want to make sure everybody is aware of this. There you go. It's right there. Was it there a large box? Well, I got mad probably, yes. But yeah, that was made. That was made. That hasn't been accepted. That hasn't been accepted. We'll see what happens. If you have the faith, if you truly believe Protector will get another skin being accepted, then yeah, jump in, make a move if you want. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Best of luck to you, Pawn Hyper Monster. And now, let's move on and talk about sheet metal double doors. Sandy's Surprise Sheet Metal Double Door, produced by Mr. Flashback. An interesting stained glass mosaic approach. Looks somewhat pretty. Not super in your face with his design. Alright, cool idea. Best of luck to you, sir. Over to here. Oh, okay. Well, speaking about in your face, Spectrum Sheet Metal Double Door, produced by Voodoo. This is quite the counterpart. But yeah, very in your face, super glowy. Do you like it? Well, feel free to go ahead and show your support. Best of luck to you, Mr. Voodoo. Over to here, Snake Ruins Sheet Metal Double Door. This is produced by Mr. Seeker. It kind of reminds me of Snake, the game on the Nokia phone. And again, Hedge, you got to realise, I think a lot of people watching didn't have a Nokia phone, and I don't know what Snake is. I'm old. Moving on. Best of luck to you, Mr. Teachers. We have the Jungle Guard Zone Sheet Metal Double Door, produced by Bitrate. Give that a good look. It glows in dark somewhat nicely. It's as if it's like a door for a facility for very ferocious animals. My word, what have they been collecting? Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Mr. Bitrate. Sorry about that. Best of luck to you, good sir. Oh, yes, technically speaking, this is a collection continuation. So let's hop over to here and let's remind you of the Copper Collection. This was a collection that was accepted, back in 2022? Are we going all the way far back there? Yes, 2022. So yes, this started off with some clothing armour, then we got some weapons. But as time went on, Duck tried to get a copper sheet metal double door being accepted. This is the second attempt now. Yes, so going back over to here. It's not referred to as a V2, but it is technically a second attempt. It is a V2 somewhat. But yeah, got like beam there, glows in the dark. I've got this all covered before, but, well, could this be the one? Could this be an interesting collection continuation for the Copper Collection? Will we start seeing a lot of police-themed deployables being made? Well, we'll see how it goes. Best of luck to Mr. Duck, but I don't think that's going to dramatically cause all those other skins to go up in price. If we got consistent skins, as in like more like deployables being accepted after this one, if it were to be accepted, alright, things might change. That would be pretty interesting. I'm just not sure how often people are using the Copper Collection as of now. So, alright, moving on. Best of luck to you, sir. Aztec Sheet Metal Double Door. This is the continuation to the sheet metal door that was accepted on May Force Wipe. So just to quickly remind all of you, last week we did see the large box, and a glow-in-the-dark version was produced with it. Of course, with this design, obviously matching up to the sheet metal door, which didn't glow, we also do still have a counterpart with some eyes that glow in the dark quite nicely. Not super in your face, not super noticeable, but it is there. You should be able to spot that. So, hopping back over to the May Force Wipe Rust Door, looking at the skin over here. I'm still under the impression that this will very likely go down in price at some point, but for what it's doing right now, it's very good. Like, that's doing very, very good. That's sold for the standard deployable price of $1.49. There's only 34 listings. For a skin that sold 26,000 subscribers, I mean, I'm actually very surprised it has that little. As time goes on, I do worry that, well, there will be probably more and more listings and the price very likely will suffer because of it. For now, though, you're doing good. And if we see a collection continuation, whichever version. I'm pretty sure it's going to go up in price even more. All right? So we'll see what happens next. But yeah, best of luck to Mr. Gavahu. And then another Sheet Metal that is a collection continuation to a Sheet Metal. Because if we could just quickly move over to here, to the camera store, we have this Aztec rock door right here in front of us. It's not selling too ridiculously, and it's selling at a standard price of $1.49. Obviously, that was made in reference to the rock skin that we got in the special Jungle DLC. But, you know, with this over here, if that were to be accepted, it would be nice. But I can't help but assume the sheet metal door, the single sheet metal door, would go down in price still, but that would just retain value and do quite nicely in the future. Like, I look forward to another sheet metal door. I'm really looking forward to the idea of it, but I just don't think that sheet metal door is going to really do much. Sorry to say. And it is a skin that we'll talk about tomorrow. Right? It is a skin we'll talk about tomorrow because we have the abnormals tomorrow, but that's not abnormal. It's not selling that much. People don't seem to be that invested into it. Like, that has sold like almost a third as much as the other sheet metal doors that you see over here. But then again, all the skins here sold like pretty absurdly, didn't they? So, point made. All right. I'd like to still see it being accepted. Best of luck to Lodin Louise, and we'll see what happens next. And then over to here, an armoured double door. Produced by Mr. Cubist, we have the cobalt container. It's all covered in leaves and whatnot. How nice. How lovely. How cute. So yeah, alright, you could hide your base in that. You kind of need to get some leaves all over your base as well, though. Jungle ivy rug, perhaps, we'll see. But yeah, if that gets accepted, I just can't help but assume someone's going to try and attempt to do that. But it's an armoured double door. How often do you even get to that point where you have one of those? Regardless, best of luck to you, Cubist, and that just so happens to be the final deployable of the entire batch here. So out of all these skins that we just seen, which one stood out to you the most? Which one do you think has a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted? And with that, I will now move on and start talking about the weapons and the tools. So, first up, what do we have here? Crumpled jar. Oh no. Alright, so I've got to talk about this again, don't I? Can! So, like, you may recall this was actually submitted like 2 weeks ago, but the skin creator removed it and now he's put it back in again. I don't know what's going on. It's not a jar. It's a Golden Dreamer. It's not, no, it's not a weapon. No, it's a can. And it looks like it's got the normals issue. I guess I'd have to see it in game for myself. You might want to double check that, Mr. Golden Dreamer. Just saying, for your own benefit. So yes, can. Right, moving on. Jungle Obsidian Rock, reminiscent to the recent bone knife we got in the the pack, the Jungle DLC. So okay, that's looking pretty cool. Best of luck to you, Selitra. Over to here, a cactus. Don't touch me. I didn't want to anyway. So yeah, throw me at someone's head instead. Oh, all right, but yeah, cool idea, interesting approach, Igor. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you. Over to here, Wild Panther Rock. So we have two versions of this. One with the glow-in-the-dark eyes. There you go. And then we got the standard normal one, which is, good kitty. Good kitty. Pet the head. So, yeah, another animal-themed rock. Quite some time back, we're seeing lots of them. But now, for now, we haven't seen as many. So, okay, not too bad. I'm not going to complain as of now. And I will bring up that Mr. Firefly and Anessa have been making quite a lot of, ferocious animal rocks. Again, is this still technically part of what we had before, the Ratatat Thompson and then the what was it? Where is it? There, and the Lone Wolf Yoka. I think if you made weapons more like that, I think you'd actually probably get them accepted. Maybe stick to guns. Tiger, AK, and Panther, something else. I don't know, but you get what I mean. Maybe that might be the way you had to go about it, with the big sharp teeth and whatnot. So, alright, anyway, regardless, perfectly fine looking design for a rock. Cute kitty. So if you like it, feel free to go ahead and show your support. Best of luck to you too. Savage Swords. First up, here we have the Flame Sword version 2. I don't think flames are green. I'm just going to sit there and say it, Mr. Nui, but the transparency in it doesn't look very cool. It does look very, very cool. Very nice. Interesting. Cool design. Best of luck to you, good sir. In contrast, we have the Aztec Obsidian Blade. Why is everybody scared to make a longsword? Again, that's obviously in reference to the recent jungle bone knife skin that we got, special thing. But Why is no one making a longsword? That'd look awesome as a longsword. In fact, like the last longsword skin to be made was the Aztec. I can't remember the name of it, and it's probably for the best I don't try to pronounce it, but you know what I'm talking about. The most recent one that was accepted back in 2018. Anyway, it's a cool design. Best of luck to you, La Cramp. And yeah, we'll see if that potentially gets accepted. Oh, yeah, we've got some tools now, so let's just go through all of these. Yep. And off we go. So, first up, we had the Verdant Watcher Hatchet version 3. That's a somewhat sinister look at the design with his mouth. Oh yeah, somewhat scary. Does it glow? There's no mentions of glow. No, it doesn't appear to glow. Okay, cool. Right, Verdant Watcher pickaxe as well, version 3. Very scary. Yopka, Lancy, best of luck to you. Let's see if this potentially gets accepted. But yeah, no appearance of glow. Over here, we have the... Oh, here we go. Quetzalcoatl. I think I pronounced that correctly. Let's just move on. So yes, Quetzalcoatl hatchet and pickaxe produced by Mr. Edgy Voxel. An interesting, a very cool look of design right there. What was the last time we got some tools? We got the virus bacteria tool thing like 2 weeks ago, Hedge. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. But these would be very cool. Oh, by the way, this has transparency. Mr. Edgy Voxel, it's transparency. Just say transparency. Anyway, the alpha hatchet version. And then over to here, we have the pickaxe. So yeah, look at that goofy mouth. Ah, that's goofy. Right, so best of luck to you, Mr. Edgy Voxel. Let's see if that works out somewhat nicely. But you do have competition. Over to here, Mr. Seal has made the gilded hatchet and pickaxe. Nice. Gold trim. Quite shiny. Looking very pretty. We also have the pickaxe right there as well, of course, as you can see. So yeah, very interesting design. Best of luck to you, Mr. Seal. Moving on, we have a Yoka, a Sap, a Python, and then we have submachine guns to yap about. Lovely, lovely submachine guns. Beautiful submachine guns. Right then, over here we have the Hyper Welding Eoka, produced by Mr. 9K. Pretty cool. Nice to see. Very grounded with its approach. It's as if the man has made it himself. So, if you like that type of style of skin, feel free to go ahead and show support to Mr. 9K. Best of luck, sir. And what do we have right here? Well, this is one snappy-looking fellow. Yes, we have the Croco SAP right here in front of us. Do we have a name down the site image? No, I'm sad and depressed inside. Come on, little ranger, Mr. Graham Cohen. We need the aim down the site image. I've got to try and guess from what I can see here. It looks like it's green. Nuts. Well, if it's red or something, that'd be cool, but no. So, here we are, double barrel shotgun, currently in the rust door. Has sold nicely. Not ridiculously, which is fine. We have been debating whether it's actually going to retain its value or not. Double barrel shotgun skins are a bit, yeah, even ones from notable collections still went down in price. But that dark green one here, the Bamboo Blaster, did work out cool. However, that also sold next to nothing. So that's a bit of a, I'm not sure type of moment. I don't know. You tell me. Still, it's doing good. It just doesn't sell that much either. So again, how many listed here? There's $3. I go over to here. It's got 0 sales today. Like, again, the sheer lack of sales led to like hardly any listings. But it's also got like hardly any sales. Maybe it does. Again, how many of you are wearing full green, hiding in a bush in a jungle and pouncing upon people? Well then. That's going to be something we'll discuss tomorrow. That is an abnormal skin, and we'll be racing after doing a barter on that tomorrow. It's nice to see that skin continued. But I will ask you now, you the viewer, if you could ask for another Croco weapon, what would you go for? Maybe another green AK couldn't hurt. It would be cool. So, alright, yeah, I like it. Looks sweet. And, you know, we did just have a sap skin being accepted, though. And that was a bird. I need a crocodile. Yeah, fair enough. So, best of luck to you two. Let's see if it works out. But that double barrel shotgun is still a bit iffy. But we'll talk more about that tomorrow then. So, okay, cool. We have Blackstone Python. Right, so a very interesting sleek black design. It's as if it's encrusted with black diamonds. Well, you can't get black diamonds. It's shiny. Okay, cool. Right then, so Blackstone collection. It is split apart from the Black Obsidian collection. Here we are. So what we have is this. An AK that's half in price, a SAR that's doing somewhat nicely, and a sheep in the doors that no, I don't think the Python's going to dramatically change anything here. Sorry to say, but yeah. What about the aim sight, though? Aim down. Is there transparency? No, we don't have like an alternative to Blackout Python. So unfortunately, if that were to be accepted, I wouldn't expect much of it. It's the Python itself. It's not been appreciated. There's not that much justification to own skins. So anyway, best of luck to you too. But what would be pretty sweet? What would be pretty sweet? Maybe a crossbow, something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Best of luck to you too. Jungle Worn Custom SMG, an interesting dark green design. It's like camouflage. Aim down. The aim sight's not that noticeable, but then again, it's a custom SMG, isn't it? No. Okay, cool. Very interesting approach. Best of luck to you, Mr. Ref. Then over to here. Well, this one's a little bit more colourful, a little bit more in your face. What about the aim sight, though? Oh, it's red. There you go. Oh, beautiful. Right then, so here we have the Bird of Luck custom SMG. Give that a good look. Do you like? Do you appreciate? Let's go bring this up then. Bird of Luck. It's a weapon-only collection. Guess what? What do you expect with a weapon-only collection? You expect that. Down 68, down 29, down 56, down 17. So, yeah, unfortunately, weapon-only collections tend to end up like this. A skin creator did attempt to get some deployables made. No, honestly. Like, I still really like that design, that sheep in the door. That looks amazing. But no, Facepunch was like, yeah. Silly, isn't it? Right, but anyway, I don't think a brand new custom SMG is going to dramatically change all of those weapons in regards to their prices. Regardless, though, are you still looking for some nice green weaponry for the jungle? Do you like this design? Do you approve? Do you want it? Do you need it? Do you crave it? Feel free to go ahead and show support to Sun Up then. And I'm sure we might be seeing even more in the future. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Best of luck to Sun Up. Food Chain MP5. A very interesting shark-themed skin here. Oh, a yellow aim sight. Okay, I mean, that should be alright. Don't go in the desert. Nice little gif here as well. Thank you very much, Mr. VHS. Mr. VHS, though, I've got a question. Like, are we getting, like, animals? Are you committing to the Italian meme? Why didn't you give him a funny name? Huh? He spared the Italians this week. Or he's just biding his time until he does the banana... the banana chimp one. I can't remember the name of it. That one made me laugh. Anyway, go back to a Hedge. No, I don't want to. I'm scared. Right, Food Chain MP5. It's not a silly Italian name. Yippee! But, yep. Do you like? Are you happy? Are you happy it's not got brain rot all over it? Good. Lovely stuff. Best of luck to you, Mr. VHS. Let's move on. Right, over to here. Vortex Wrap MP5. Produced by Domch. It's basically a white skin. It is technically blue and white, but, you know, from a distance you might only notice the white. We'll see if it ever gets accepted. Based on what I see here. Yeah, no, I think people approve, but where's the aim down the sight image? Where's the aim down the sight image? There we go. Thank you. Much appreciated, Mr. Domch. And it looks like it's got a blue aim sight with a bit of grey at the very top. So, okay, it's split into two different colours, but this one has a cut aim sight. And if we could look at this now, oh, there you go. You can see just a little bit more. All right, then. So, do you approve? Do you like? Feel free to comment below. MP5 Artifact, or rather, the Artifact MP5. Pretty grungy design with the aim sight there, but then it, you know, brightens up. So he's been wiping it, right? He's been trying his best to clean it. But yeah, it's an Artifact. Actually, no, it's Kilt. So, yes, get a good at this. Do you approve? Do you like? Are you a fan? Yeah, I've made a discovery. It shoots. But yes, a very interesting approach. So best of luck to Kilt. Let's see if that works out quite nicely. There's still more competition though, and that is a collection continuation. This is the Factory New MP5. So you could either have an artifact or something brand spanking new, produced by Mr. Bad Trap and Mr. Hulk. The Factory New collection isn't doing super fabulous though. What's wrong? What's wrong? You'll see in a second. There we are. Thank you. Yeah, weapon only collection. However, that MT49 is actually doing pretty good. I honestly didn't expect much with this. It's still somewhat holding on. All right, props to you. It does kind of give off the illusion that it's dark. It's not black. It's basically metallic and shiny. But yeah, SAP's slightly down. The AK is down. I don't think an MP5 is going to be that much different. Like, is it going to change any of the weapons there? No. It's a weapon only collection. But people seem to still like it enough for some of the skins to do quite alright. And the aim sight there, a nice red aim sight, from which you can see here. There you go. Again, I'm sure there's actually a lot of people that do approve and really do like the design. Not going to fault them with that. Bad Trip and Hulk always make some very cool looking designs. But in terms of, is there going to be an investment? Is there going to be a profit and whatnot? I don't think so. Not from what I can see so far. So regardless, if you want it, if you crave it, you need it, show your support. But in terms of, am I going to jump in and buy out like the AK and whatnot? I'm good. But yeah, best of luck to you too. Ooh, Spectra has returned. Now, it's not a collection that's been accepted, but Mr. Milho, after many years, 10 years, of making skins, he's gone through like making a tempered collection. Somewhat recently, he made Chameleon collection. And now we got like this cool looking yellow sheen style that is Spectra. And our newest skin is the Thompson. So he's kind of been like, he made 2 skins, left it for a bit. Now he's come back to it after a good few months. And, well, here we are. I could watch the video. The video is probably worth 1,000 words. If we could just sit here and observe the sheen, the shine, how lovely, how beautiful. So, yeah, what do you think? What's the colour of the aim sight? Aim down, aim down. Aim down. Please, please, no. It's a very nice cinematic view, but I need you to aim down, please. All right, anyway, let's hop out of here. I'm sure he's done it. Oh, good, look at the shine there. Whoa, let's go back there and look at that. Whoa. So, yeah, if you've enjoyed like the tempered and the Chameleon collection, this is like the new version of it, and it's like a yellowy green. Have you made the aim sight holographic? Well, okay then, that's cool. Milho Frito, Sakatis Milias, it's a very lovely looking Thompson, and we'll see how that works out. Best of luck to you two. Right, pump shotgun, AK-47. Nope, SAR. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Oh, bad thing. Right, okay. So if I could just rearrange that, okay. That will be fixed when, by the time you're watching this video, it will be fixed, alright? I'll show you that. And I just deleted a thing. Sorry. Sorry, Kolotinsky. Anyway, so we have the Scratch Me pump shotgun. It's got an interesting sort of like seam around it. Rainbow coloration. Stands out somewhat nicely. I guess we could aim down the sight. And there we are. And that's what you see there. Okay. Red aim sight as well. I don't think there's many people going like... You're just going to run up and go... So anyway. Cool design. Keep up the good work, Mr. Kolotinsky. Best of luck to you, good sir. Over to here. It's a collection continuation. I have made a short video of this, and perhaps, by the time you're watching this, you could go look at the shorts and you'll see for yourself. The aim sight is interesting. With version 1, it is pretty much the exact same thing as the AK-47 that's accepted this past week. But the design, the tiger there, the coloration matches up perfectly. But there's a big question of, is that a unique AK in terms of compare it to like all the other AKs we get? Does it stand out? Will people look at it positively forever? We kind of questioned that earlier this year with the Deep Ruby AK. That went down in price pretty hard, unfortunately. Somewhat recently, we had the Seeker AK, bright pink anime girl on it. That was unique. That did stand out. That's currently sitting there on the Steam market at $5.58. Cool. So back over to here, looking at you. I have been questioning it a lot. Its aim sight, very, very unique compared to everything else. But is it enough? And look at all the AKs last year, and then see it got 3 skins in the positive out of like 45. Madness. It's interesting, but a new skin for this proposed collection maybe will give it a nice boost, so it's nice to consider. But here's the new one. Over to here. You probably can't see it super great, but this has even more transparency. He's taken off the sides here as well. So, again, keep an eye out for the short video of this. I've got it prepared. It might already be out by now. But I think a lot of people would prefer this version. And it still has the transparency within the aim sight. So, very cool looking colour scheme. Lovely, fantastic art. Could that potentially be accepted? We'll see. But the AK, we have to talk about that tomorrow, right? So, again, there's a lot to be said, and I'll be here forever if if you give me the chance. It's already kind of running late. Come on, let's move on. So, yeah, very cool looking design made by Vase. Feel free to comment below if you happen to like it. Tropical Ocean AK-47, produced by Jew with 2 U's. Yes, let's go give this a lovely little look. It's nice sea blue. I don't know if that's like actually intended to be like some sort of crystal. Feel free to comment below if you know what it is. But yes, a very interesting design. Best of luck to you, good sir. Over to here, Risen from the Ashes AK-47, a dark greenish black design. It's actually black. I just got it. Yeah, it's black. That is torched. Ooh, that's gonna probably need some ketchup to fix the taste. But anyway, yeah, standard black aim sight, absolutely burnt AK. Icona, I'll give you some respect. No, don't cook it even more. No. Anyway, best of luck. Over here, Jungle Story, AK-47. You got like the parrot there with the beak and the, it's the hand. It's the trigger quite, literally. And then, yeah, Slevny, bright, colourful, pretty, aim down. What do I see? Is that a red aim sight? It is. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool looking design there. Best of luck to you, good sir. Over to here, something different. AK-47, the Eye of Horus, produced by Heenon and Kerry. Give that a good look. Gold, shiny, bejeweled with purple gemstones to give off the design of many eyes all over. Very interesting. Very, very shiny. Oh, yes. So, best of luck to you was the aim down sight image. There we are. Perfect. And what do I see? A purple aim sight. Lovely. Best of luck to you too. Over to here, Ironhead AK-47. This is a black AK, I think. Mostly metallic, maybe. Right, so this is produced by Mr. Confusion. Give that a good look. Aim down a sight. What do we see? Red aim sight. There we are. It's all welded together. Very interesting, grounded approach. Do you like it? Feel free to consider showing support. Tail AK-47, produced by Hessiam. It's like gold trim with emerald. Oh, that's a nice, interesting body design. Red aim sight. Pretty solid. Pretty cool. Pretty expensive. So, best of luck to you, Mr. Hessiam. Let's see if that works out very nicely. More competition. Oni AK-47, produced by Mr. Drag and Mr. Normavan. That's a bit chaotic. Right, so look at that. Look at those eyes. Those lovely, lovely eyes. And then if we go over to here, we have the nice little picture showcasing that. There we are. So, due to devilish, sinister looking design for an AK-47, these two have produced a very, very interesting AK, and it might potentially be accepted. Would you like to consider showing your support? Best of luck to these two, but there is a second version, as you'll notice there, red aim sight. What is separate from this one? This one has no stock, so it's a smaller. Oh, yeah, cool. So, best of luck to you two. You made a very cool looking design there. I think a lot of people would approve. Over to here, we're now moving on to M249s. We have an Ancient Guardian M249 produced by Bestaz. It looks like it's made out of wood. Oh, that's pretty cute. That's pretty cool. Right then. Well, best of luck to you, Mr. Bestaz. But do we have a second version here? We do. And this one has transparency. Where is the transparency, though? That is the question. Is that like... yeah, okay, mid the back part. I see. Okay, well, pretty cool. Best of luck to you, Bestaz. And then lastly, for the weapons and tools, Mr. Rosato has made the Rub Frame L96. An interesting approach. If I could go back up to here, you can see how that looks. Again, you can't change the aim sight on an L96. But yeah, not too colourful, not too in your face. Do you like it? Feel free to go ahead and show support. And that is that. So, out of all the weapons and tools today, which one stood out to you the most? Which ones do you think have a genuine good chance of potentially being accepted in an upcoming Rust store? And with that, it is now time to go ahead and start talking about the clothing and the armour. We have 3 interesting looking backpacks right here. We have the Roadsign Large Backpack, quite literally made out of like recycled Roadsign pieces and whatnot. That's looking pretty goofy, but pretty funny. We've had like some literal designs with this with some Roadsign skins in the past. They're very old though. So, Flate, Meeseeks. I'm actually surprised nobody else has done this. So props to you. We'll see if that works out. Doesn't glow, but it with all the white paint and whatnot, you can see it quite nicely at night time. It's got some good night light. Now, competing for your love, we have the Temple Backpack produced by Jessin. Obviously, more in theme with the jungle content that we've had added. Pretty cool. Somewhat green. I'm sure people might appreciate that, even though the standard large backpack is green. Now, for wrong with you, Mr. Jessin, it's funny how people bought out the recent bombshell backpack simply because it was green. It was funny. So, best of luck to you, good sir. I think people would appreciate. But over to here, again, with the jungle content, Rayleigh, Cobra, they've made the Jungle Hunter backpack. Although over there it says Snake Hunter. And then it's like crocodile skin. It's a bit all over the place. So, well, I'm that hunter and I'm this hunter. Are you licensed? I've just hit my mic, sorry there. I've just ruined a joke. Anyway, moving on. So, a perfectly fine dark green design. I'm sure a lot of people appreciate that. And it is part of their proposed Jungle Ranger collection. Will Facepunch accept it? You're not allowed to have things you enjoy. I'm so sorry, but yeah. They are very averse to green clothing and armor at the moment, so a backpack might be alright. We'll see. Best of luck to you too. Over to here. Oh, collection continuation. Oh, another one. Oh, another one. And then we're immediately on to tier 3. Wow, that was pretty quick, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Pretty quick week. Okay, I can't complain. Alright then, so let's get to it. Tiger Crown hoodie and pants. This is actually a second attempt. If you aren't fully well aware, we have a Tiger Crown sleeping bag, Tiger Crown furnace. They are fairly old. I don't think people are fully well aware that it's actually like a collection. But if we could just go over to here, there you are. So, I mean, I'll go look for them. Even SCMM, the APP doesn't realise it's a collection. So, let's go take a look at both of these skins. Tiger Crown Furnace, that's currently in the Steam market, selling for only 77 cents. A skin that came out in 2020. Get a good look at that. It's not like super in your face, it's not super flashy, but yeah, it's just basically hanging on with its value. But this is part of this collection. Now, if I could quickly go take a look at the Tiger Crown rug. Right? Is it rug or... No, it's a bag, you fool. It's a bag. Sleeping bag. Come on. There you go. That is a pretty cool looking design, but it's not that expensive either. So this has been around for a good few years. How many years to be precise? This has been around since 2015. What? Wow. Okay then. Okay. How is it so cheap? Well, in the past, when the initial loot boxes came out, there wasn't that many skins. So people kept getting the same things all the time, didn't they? So yeah, there is quite a decent amount of them, even though it was accepted all the way back since then. But yeah, it is part of this collection. So hopping back over to what we have here with the hoodie and pants. Do you reckon we'll see a nice Spucker price for that furnace and of course the sleeping bag? Maybe. Or are people just going to be happy that they get to dress up like a tiger and go meow? We'll see. Shedmon, we'll see how it turns out. You know what? I'll sit here and say it, Shedmon. Probably couldn't hurt for another attempt for your fish tier 3. I know people. I know they're averse to the idea of accepting green clothing armor, but your face mask is just basically transparent. So we'll see if that might work. Just suggesting it, right? Anyway, cool idea. Let's see if that works out nicely. Best of luck to you, Mr. Shedmon. And then over to here we have the Roadsign gloves, tire, boots. Oh yes, very nice. Very, very lovely. So, yes, of course, we could potentially see these being accepted, and we could potentially be very happy if we saw, more tyre skins being accepted in general. Tyre Tier 3 was submitted somewhat recently. Wasn't accepted. I was actually kind of surprised. I honestly thought they were going to accept it for the second week, but they just didn't accept any clothing armour, did they? However, complete the sets. So, that is a fairly new collection, but we do still tend to see things like this. So if I could just quickly go over to here, ta-da. You may recall 2 years ago when we had the complete sets back in 2023. Yes, there were some skins out in the workshop for like a long time, such as the whiteout boots, over a year. The military hoodie and pants here in the workshop for 5 months, basically 6 months. But you'll see here, for cosplay, boonie hat and poncho, they only waited 2 days. And then you go to last year's batch. Overheat boots and gloves, 2 days, 2 days. Then all the weapons here, like that was a week. But then you look at 11 months, 1 week, 8 months, 22 hours. 3 years, 3 months. Ramen garage store, 2 weeks, 2 days. If we do have a complete the sets, you can't rule out the possibility of potentially seeing like some somewhat recent skins being submitted that are part of like an active collection being accepted. So boots or gloves, tier 3, either one, I'm good for it. I'm all right. Either of those being accepted would cause the hoodie and pants to tier 2. That would spike them on spike price. Ever so nice. And remember, they really didn't sell that much. I'm looking at the kilt. Yeah, it's slightly down in price. Well, it's me. But there's only 41 listed. Only 41 listed. And there's not that much there. If you're feeling confident that we will see some tire tier 3 or some boots or gloves at some point in the future, well, what you think is going to happen to that? And the hoodie and pants. So, okay. That's promising. Not going to complain. I look forward to the possibility of that. Yes, I do. So, okay, sweet. Best of luck to 1RJ34633. And just to remind all of you, when it comes to black Roadsign gloves, they're all somewhat pricey. And the last ones we saw being accepted was Black Diamond. That is now sitting on the Steam market at $5. Just making that point, just thought you would like to be aware of that. Now, just gotta go back over to here and get my collection because I accidentally deleted it. See? Right, so there's the boots. Cool. Over to here. It's another collection continuation. It is Black Alligator Roadsign Kilt. So, I thought Viduka would get the other two pieces out in time, but he hasn't. I'm not sure what's going on there. Regardless, I guess that is the most important tier 2 piece that we care about. We don't really care about the Roadsign jacket and the coffee can, but anyway. Same thing applies. You might randomly see like this being accepted if we have a complete the sets in May. And if I could just quickly point this out, yep, there you go, Fish Roadsign pants, just the Roadsign pants. Because again, that was like submitted after the jacket, the Roadsign jacket, Roadsign vest and coffee can. Shepmon can answer that. I don't know why he separated them, but yep, Viduka's doing it on purpose for some reason. Shrug. But yes, that being accepted very likely would cause the tier 3 to have a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. You'd then have basically all the armour for like a full kit. You still need hoodie and pants at some point, but the armour, basically. Alright, so cool. Nice to see. Let's see if it potentially gets accepted. So, alright, looking forward to it. Now we have Minicopter Tier 3. It's like a fun little kid set. And then that kid crashed, and oh god. If he's like me, I can't steer it very well, no. So, a fun, goofy design produced by Mr. Kosem. Do you approve of the Minicopter Tier 3? Over to here, Jungle Armour. Yes, I saw those trees, I cut them down and now made some armour out of it. No tiger will pounce upon me anymore. So, Monomic Man, an interesting approach, cool look design. Best of luck to you, good sir. Over to here, well, the tigers kept attacking me, so I thought, why not become the tiger? Now I am one of them, and I prowl the jungle myself. So yes, Mr. Johnny Old Boy has made a very cool looking tiger-themed collection there. That actually looks really cool. Props to you, good sir, that looks nice. So, best of luck to you. And then, lastly, we have Gold Jaguar Tier 3, produced by Shino. He means business. But yeah, a nice, shiny, golden design. Pretty cool, and potentially the beginnings of so much more. So, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below, because that is the final clothing armor piece out of all the skins we see here today. Right, well, that was quite a lot of skins, wasn't it? That was quite a lot of skins, but the video length, I tried my best to be reasonably fast. When I got to talk about a collection continuation, I'm going to talk about it, alright? So let's just kind of wrap this up. So, yep, just to remind all of you, there is a top picks list. I think this has combined the past 2 weeks. Just to remind all of you, if you don't know what, like, the last batch of skins were, you could just go to my recent Rust Workshop skin checks. They're all there. They have all the silly pictures, alright? It's not hard. But yeah, you can just quickly flick through all the ones in the past and whatnot. Pretty much all the people I look at are the people that consistently make it in top picks lists. And the reason for that is because, of course, I only want to see people who have a genuine good chance of potentially getting their skins accepted. Right? Because, you know, I'm here for the potential profits, the potential investments, blah, 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 yep. So, yes, consider giving that a good look. We did see all these skins in the past, but there might be a few new people that you might want to start watching, keep an eye out for. So, yeah, if you want to build up your own followed authors list, makes a lot of sense. Also, consider watching the actual video itself. You can get a good preview of some of the skins in game, see how they currently look. So, yep, cool. And in reference to what I just said, followed authors list, well, yes, do you see this here? I have all the brand new skins in a lovely, presentable manner in which I can see them ever so nicely. Look at that, very nice, very nice. But if you want to build one up for yourself in your own special little way, well, if you want to go ahead and look at the top right corner of this video right now, you'll see a special card has appeared. If you were to click it, it'll navigate you to a video in which it will showcase to you the different ways in which you can build up your own followed authors list. Oh, yes. So, yep, that's cool. Let's go over to here. So yeah, player count, it's it's alright. Doing better than April, but it might just be literally that. Doing a little bit better than April. When we have the weekends, it bumps up. When we go through the week, it goes down. It is what it is. But it's still consistent. the player count average has been good for the past month, and when we see the kids out of school, that's when we're going to start seeing the the bumps and player count and whatnot. And yeah, as of June, I think that's where we're going to really start to notice skins going up in price. Now, it would be nice if we could see like the normal rush store, but still like that. So yeah, awkward. Anything else to be said? So I've already made this point. Could the next rush store be a complete the sets? I am hoping. I would like to see some very, very random looking skins being brought in. But just to kind of go over this one extra time, this rush store, right? Not you. This rush store, yeah. No clothing and armor, and all the skins are jungle themed. In recent months of where we had a big update, such as the primitive update, the cooking update, initially for the first week, the Force White rush stores, we did get quite a lot of themed skins in reference to the update. Then the second week, we didn't really see that much of it. This is the second week since we've had the jungle update. Every single skin is still jungle skin. And of course, reminding you, all the skins here are jungle skins. I wouldn't be too surprised if they did that, because, maybe next week we're going to have no jungle-related skins because it might be complete set, yippee! But there are no guarantees, right? Just because it would make sense, just because there's a bit of a pattern, doesn't necessarily mean it's definitely going to happen, right? Unfortunately, you do have to kind of accept that this is the likely answer. But again, it might not be this week, because I just want to bring this up. Last year, for 2024 in May, we had 5 weeks. Well, guess what? Same thing this year. 5 Thursdays. That happened in the 4th Thursday of the month. So it might not be this next rush store, but it might be the next one. It's annoying, isn't it? Yeah, I know. So, are we going to, see some interesting hoodie and pants, tier 2, tier 3? We're going to actually complete some collections? Or is it going to be some very random things from years ago that you're going to be like, you know what, that's fine? Could we see the resurgence of the Neon Storage collection all over again? I mean, there's still the berries box and the cards box. That would be cool. So, of course, if you want to stay informed of all the potential collections that could be accepted in a complete the sets rush store, well, what do I see right here with my eyes? I'm seeing a lot of very interesting tier 3 pieces, tier 2 pieces, hoodie and pants and whatnot. All the clothing armor is all there. We could just go all the way up. This is a collection I made myself. This is the complete the sets candidates. It's not official, but it's probably the best thing we can see to make considerations in regards to what collections are good candidates for potential complete the sets rush stores. I basically said that already, but yeah, you get the point. Everything here is a representative of a collection. If you want to get a good idea of all the skins that could potentially be accepted, well, let's go take a look at Camouflage Sleeping Bag here. See, I'll see the skin there, but if I could just scroll down, Milho, so back over to here, let's go look at Neon Vibes Large Box. So as you can see, there's a nice cool looking design there. Oh look, there's a Neon Vibes collection link there. I'll click it. And I'll see all the skins that are accepted. But you also might notice that there's an armored double door, there's a small box. These are the other candidates that could also potentially be accepted for a complete the set rush store. That looks great. That's awesome. And over here, armored double door. I think a lot of people appreciate that. But of course, we only saw the large box, didn't we? So, like I said, it's a representative of the collection. You should actually click it and see all the other skins as well. Sounds good? So there's many interesting collections being showcased here. But which ones will actually be accepted? We'll see. And I'd love to see what you think. Go through this in your own time. It's linked in the description right now. And you tell me, what collections would you like to see potentially being accepted in a complete the sets rush store, if we do have one for May 2025. And yeah, that is essentially it. That is everything. So thank you very much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Best of luck to you and your investments. And start crossing your fingers and hoping for things you truly want. And wait for the inevitable disappointment. Catch you later. See you, goodbye.